Hey guys, what's up? So I am spending some time with myself, which is kind of funny to say, but I think it's quite normal to say, and it should be normal for everyone to want to spend time with themselves and not feel like it's anything not normal. So yeah, I am not in Thailand right now. I decided to kind of find somewhere to go where one, to reset, two is to get away from like the really bad pollution. I've been like saying this like over and over, and I think it's gotten to the point where maybe like people are desensitized. I actually feel that in general because of people living with situations, whatever situations that may be in any sort of environment. When you get used to it, then you get desensitized, and then it becomes like a norm. And the reason I'm saying this is because I remember I've been in and out of the hospital in regards to like not feeling that well, being really sensitive to dust and the pollution. And I think it's pretty normal that I'm going through what I'm going through, considering how high the pollution index is and how awful the weather has been too in terms of like the heat waves. So given that if it's like over the norm and you get sick, it's pretty normal. But this is extreme, above the norm of how the weather should be and how the pollution should be. There should be no pollution anyway, so I shouldn't even say how it should be. But to go back to like the whole desensitized topic that I want to talk about, or I'm sharing with you guys, is that I going in and out of the hospital. I remember like just randomly just getting like my parking card, going to the hospital, and the security woman remember she recognizes me, and she's probably seen me go in. She goes, "Oh, how are you? I haven't seen you in a while." And I'm like, "I'm not doing well because of the pollution." And she goes, "Oh, well, you have to deal with it. What can you do?" So I thought that comment from her was kind of funny in a way, at the same time sad in a way, because people have become accustomed to the fact that we have to live with such bad circumstances in terms of like not being able to change the circumstance of the pollution um, right now. If like the government, or if the countries don't nearby countries governments don't band together to find a way to solve the problem of like of the yearly haze and forest fires and the wildfires that become more and more prevalent and becomes more and more worse and concerning each year, then it just becomes a norm. And it's not the norm. It's incredibly concerning, especially if you look at the pollution index. It's like it's beyond hazardous. So just um just having random people, everyday people who are accustomed to the situation, and I think it's ridiculous when the media comes out and puts it upon the public or the population to figure a means to take care of the situation. Oh, wear a mask, drink more water, or take more vitamins. It's like, come on, get real. It's like, so you're throwing the problem back to us to just take care of ourselves, rather than, well, we wouldn't have to drink more water or take more vitamins or rest more or stay indoors if there wasn't this situation to begin with. So yeah, I just kind of went long-winded with that. Maybe I'm just like venting out, and that's part of the reason why I decided to find like not to go too far away from Thailand, but somewhere where I can breathe easier, and just to kind of have like me time where I can reset. So I think one of the things that's been getting to me, and I'm sure it gets to a lot of people, is being so overly distracted with social media. It's like when you think it's distracting enough, but then it's like it just becomes more distracting. And I think everyone goes through it when you're absorbed with, you want to be in touch and be sort of well aware of what's going on in the world and what's going around in your environment and surroundings, but then there's so much coming at you all the time, and it can be quite overwhelming. And I know everyone goes through it, and then at the same time being sucked into it to have to be part of it too. I'm guilty of it too. It's like, um everyone, it's like it's become like an extension of a person now, to have this extension of that person, or be of who you are on social media. It's like kind of like a limb now. It's like an extension of like it's another hand or another arm or another leg. And then I find it sort of, well, kind of ridiculous, isn't it? to have, it's like it's ridiculous in my perspective, in a way, because it's sort of not tangible or real. It's like everything's like virtual. So this is just me kind of going on on a tangent, but at the end of the day, it is part of life, part of an extension of how we live now. I just think that it's always good to take a step back, breathe, and kind of be in the moment, be present. And I think it's important for people to kind of just step back and realize that too. I mean, just taking a train into the city today, and I'm in a different environment. I had to really get myself out of the patterns of, like, wanting to kind of share where I'm at, or like kind of want to document it for myself. And I'm thinking, well, back in the day, I didn't really need to, shoot this or record this or share this. I just was more immersed in, like, where I was and what I was looking at and absorbing everything. And then I look around me and everyone's on like their phones. They're either playing games, they're kind of going through the news, they're checking what's popping up on their screens. And then you have this whole world around you. You have like the whole environment and surroundings around you, and you're not even paying attention to it. So I think it's about balance, people. It's about balance, guys. So just kind of sharing my thoughts on it, and just telling you to, yeah, when you have a chance, take a step back. It's okay. Because I think a lot of times we're in our own head, and we are okay not to be distracted by what we feel is important. Sometimes the important things are the ones that um, are things that you need to be present in, not so much present in a different world that's virtual. Okay. All right, guys. I just wanted to kind of, just catch up and, share my thoughts, be real, and be my authentic self, um and kind of pass it forward so you guys can be your authentic self too, especially in this crazy world that we live in, that's fast paced, full of distractions, full of things that can make us emotionally very high and emotionally very low. And that's because we're so we get so absorbed in things that we shouldn't. So take a step back, breathe easy, and be happy with who you are, with things that really matter. Okay, that's it for me. Take care. Good night. Bye.